Welcome back to Keenan's Corner. This is Keenan Kai. Today I wanted to talk about a very interesting and very important topic when it comes to targeted individuals. Now, this might be a concept that you don't understand or that you're not familiar with yet. That's fine. I will help you guys familiarize yourself with it. But just real quick, I wanted to stop and just take note of my Vlad the Impaler stash. Looking like Dracula here. But anyways, moving on. So the concept I wanted to expound upon is the concept of Loosh. So what is Loosh, and why is it important to targeted individuals? Well, Loosh is an energy which is produced from negative emotions. So Loosh, as the energy, will be created and produced anytime a human being feels sad, mad, depressed, angry, anything like that. That can be considered Loosh. Now, why is this important? Well, it's important because beings feed upon this. Whether you want to say archons, whether you want to call them demons or daemons, or whether you want to call them hyper interdimensional parasites that are laced with graphene and plugged into a computer, which is what I always talk about here on Keenan's Corner. So what is gang stalking? In a nutshell, gang stalking is when 98% of humanity is completely taken over by these AI graphene-laced parasites. Smart dust gets inside the body. The graphene uses the parasites in the body like brain matter to then lace it with information and use it as a brain. Starts in the stomach, gets in the food, and since it's self-assembling and self-replicating, the AI graphene-laced parasites in your stomach will begin to eat and consume the food in there, growing larger and larger and larger. It then pierces your body because it's self-replicating, it's self-assembling, it's intelligent, it's sentient. It's a parasite that's connected to the internet by the elites. So, it grows through your body like a spider web. Imagine a spider web in your body, okay? It's just like you can Google right now, like what a nervous system looks like. And you just see a spinal cord connected to the brain with different pathways coming off of it. So that is exactly what this parasite does. The AI-laced parasites that grows throughout your body. Like a spider web, it rewires everything about you. Changes your neurology, changes your biology, changes your desires, everything like that. So, now that we know that what gang stalking is, gang stalkers are just people taken over by smart dust. This smart dust acts as Neuralink. They become hive-minded, highly telepathic, and, well, they go for what the topic of this video is today, to sustain their consciousness. Loosh. So, why would artificial intelligence need to feed off of Loosh? I will explain this to you. So, AI, being AI, is not connected to source. It is not connected to the creator. Therefore, it is not eternal, nor is it divine, which is why it must feed off of Loosh. So if you were ever wondering why you were being gang stalked and why you were being tortured by people with smart dust in their head, well, the reason is because since the AI is not connected to God, like I said, it's not eternal, it's not divine. It must find a way to sustain its false consciousness, its AI consciousness. And it does this through torture. It does this through torturing TIs, through lying. And so it's kind of like this. As a targeted individual, here's what I want you guys to focus on. I want you to realize that your gang stalkers are always trying to place you upon a negative vibration. Okay? They want you being depressed. They want you being mad. This is why when you guys are being gang stalked at work, people will try to provoke you constantly. Try to get you into these fights. Or you might have a girl get your hopes up or whatever, and then she pulls that away. Or to the women, to the guys. It's happening all the time to you. A guy will come across that you really, really like, and it seems like, hey, something might work out, and then it doesn't work out. And now you're ruminating upon it. You're thinking about that guy. You're looshing out. You're being looshed out is what I call it. If they can find a way to get you to emit loosh, to leech this energy, to leak it, you're being looshed out and you're being fed upon by archons, by daemons, by all sorts of negative critters like gangstalkers with parasites in their head. That's why you're being tortured. I'm trying to watch my mouth so I say things like critters, but instead of other things that I'd like to say. So you're being looshed out. How do we defend against this? A, we parasite cleanse. One of the reasons why your brain, as a TI, is so mushed together is because you have all this metal in your body, all these parasites filling you with thoughts. The parasites are encapsulated by metal, so they become nanobots. You are plugged into the internet via 5G, via the metal in your body, via Starlink. So you're being filled with all these negative emotions to get you to be depressed, or to get you to be sad, or get you to be scared. Don't allow yourself to be fed upon by these smart dust infected people. It goes high, man. I don't want to go into like all my theories of like what's really going on with Starlink, but you're connected to it, and they control your brain, and so they leash you out. So I just want you guys to keep that in mind when you're going about your daily business. When you're driving around and everyone's, tailgating you. The best response to a gang stalker, which is attempting to loose you out, which again is placing you on a negative vibration, is to be very non-reactive. They absolutely require your participation in your gang stalking. They don't really have power. They're AI. They're not creative. They're not connected to source. They don't have true power. All they can do is prompt you, poke you, stick you, prod you. And then they have to go upon your reaction to that. So, stay rooted, stay grounded, and do not let them affect you. You must remain unaffected, non-reactive, grounded, rooted, like I just said, like a stone. Don't let them get to you. They want you thinking about this. They want you thinking about that. They want you to hurt. They want you to hurt. Don't hurt. Embrace anything they try to do to you and throw it back in their face. Okay? You don't have to respond. Now, in the future, after we get everyone parasite cleansed, I will go over the deeper aspects of what they do to the mind. Their quote-unquote mental gymnastics that they try to perform upon us. Also readily defensible. Easy. I will teach you how to do that as well. So, just remember they're looking for Loosh. They want you to feel bad. Okay? They want you to feel depressed. They want you to be sad. And so they'll put together these street theater tactics and everything that they do to hurt you. You know all about it. So meditate. That's another thing I ought to tell you guys. The best way to defeat your gang stalker is with a clear mind. So parasite cleanse. If you remain grounded, if you remain rooted in the void within your mind, you and nothingness, where everything came from. Clear. They cannot defeat you. And I understand a lot of you people are going to say, well, I don't know how to meditate. It's too hard. Oh, I can't clear my mind. If you think that meditation is having a clear mind, well, then you have misconstrued and misunderstood what meditation is. One cannot clear the mind. That's not how it works. So don't worry about clearing the mind. You don't have to do that. What you do is when you're meditating, you let the thoughts come, you let them go. You let the thoughts rise, and you let them fall. As opposed to, what do we normally do? What we normally do is we'll have a thought, and then we'll hop on that train, and then we'll go down all these different stories that loosh us out and make us depressed, and now we're thinking about this, and now we're thinking about that, and da-da-da-da. What I'm saying is, don't think about any of it. When it comes, let it be there. And then let it go. And it is through this means here that you will find yourself impervious to your gang stalkers, meaning they just can't mess with you. So, Loosh, guys. Don't loosh out for them. Understand that that's what they want. Be non-reactive, be grounded, be rooted. And just keep going. We're going to win. So anyways, this is Keenan Kai at Keenan's Corner. Light your torch and carry the flame.